Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about how you can run a successful recurring business by just following a simple process. Let's get started. Okay, so let me start with an experiment from the book The Power of Habit from Charles Duhigg. So let's say you have a tango room, right? And you have a mouse here. Yeah, that's my mouse. And you have a piece of cheese here. Okay? Now, by this trigger here, when you press this trigger, it opens the door. Right? Now, when you press the trigger, it opens the door and then the mouse goes inside. Sometimes it goes till the middle and come back. Sometimes it goes till this point and come back. Sometimes it goes to the right and then come back. And eventually he figures out that when he goes straight and turn left, that's where he found the cheese. Right? So this is your route which you have actually discovered being a mouse. Now imagine next time when you have a mouse here and you press the trigger, now he already knows that he has to go straight and turn left to find the cheese. So he will not actually come here and then go back. He will straight go up and turn left to find the cheese. That is how you created a habit in this mouse, right? So basically, this process has three components. First is trigger, right? The second component is if the mouse enters and he goes straight on the left, that's called routine. And the last and the final component is the reward. So basically, every single recurring business works on the same model. What you have is exactly a trigger, right? That trigger actually make you follow a routine, and that routine actually gives you the result. Now, the best example for this must be something like if somebody is stressed, he wants to smoke, right? So whenever that person has stress, that's the trigger for that person. Then what he does is he goes buy a cigarette, smokes it. That smoking results in relaxation. That is how it works. Now, what exactly you have to do in order to make a recurring business successful is that whenever your customer has this trigger, this is your customer here, that trigger could be anything. That your customer wants your service, or wants to buy your product, or that customer had some changes in his life, some triggers in his life, which actually makes him comes to you, comes to your website, comes to your call you, or comes to your office, right? So what happens is once the trigger happens, that customer comes to you. When the customer comes to you, you give them that customer information. And because of your information, his problem gets solved. Right? So this is the whole circle which will bring you your customer again and again. What you have to do is to become a single source or a subject matter expert for a particular niche. Every single time when you go out on forums, on different communities, make sure that you leave your carbon footprints there in terms of text, content, your expertise, and then every single time somebody reads your comments or reads your article, they know that you're the subject matter expert for that particular niche. So whenever that particular trigger happen in their life, they will come to you, form a routine, you provide them the information, and then the result will generate a solution for them. That will bring the business again and again to you. Many people ask me questions about, we do provide some free information, ebooks, and extra value added services. And people do come to our website or our shops, right? They walk in, but we are not able to turn them into a customer, right? Most of the time. So why this is happening? I mean, what is the reason why? I mean, I would suggest that what usually we do is this. We do 10% of the time we ask questions, right? 20% of the time we are listening, and 70% of the time we are talking. Essentially, we are providing the information to them to solve their problem. Now, what is happening here is we are wasting a lot of time by talking to them and by providing unuseful information to them. What exactly we should do is switch this other way around. I mean, just change this model into this. 70% of the time, ask questions. 20% of the time, you listen to them. And 10% of the time, you used to provide them information. I mean, how does this work? This mapping of time distribution actually make your customer think hard. They need to think hard about their problem. And when they think hard about their problem, and when you keep asking them questions for the 70% of your interaction time, they will realize that you are really interested in their problem. Plus, most of the time when you ask multiple questions related to that problem, they automatically figure out the solution themselves, and you just have to direct them towards the solution. This trick works every single time. I mean, obviously, you have to first create this routine to generate more leads, more word of mouth leads, and etc. But once that done, this is how you convert your leads into customers. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Sorry I forgot. The board courtesy is from Mr. Ajay Rathi. So he has provided me this board just to explain things to my YouTube viewers. And if you have any questions or if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and put your comments in the comment box. Thank you. Speak to you later. Yeah.